Hello and welcome to part 3 of MLS training. We've gone over setting up your profile. We've gone over searches, different types of searches, how to set up a subscription and a portal for your client. Now let's finish up with what I would classify as one of the most important parts of being a realtor. And this is being able to do a good comparative market analysis for whatever home you're doing it for, and being able to communicate the information you need to your client. This is an awesome training. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, if you have any subdivision in particular that you're wanting to do, go ahead and stick with that one. But if not, go ahead and follow along with the CMA we're going to do for one of my clients. Okay, so what we did is we went ahead and just started with a basic quick search. And let's choose active, pending, closed. So if those are highlighted there, don't bother unchecking them. Just go ahead and hold shift and then go down to close, and it'll fill in the pending and close there. Now the home in question that my clients are quote-unquote wanting to look at, and just to clarify, these are hypothetical clients. They really, they're not real ones that I'm working with. Okay, single family detached. Now the home and subdivision we are looking at is in Coldwater Springs. Okay. And when you click off, it'll automatically highlight. Now, until we put in an off-market date, you're going to see it has a very, very high number. So let's go ahead and choose our off-market date. Ideally, we have a hopping market at the moment, so I'm going to go since January of this year, and let's see what we got. 59, perfect. Now, the home in particular we are referring to is a one-story. So we want to make sure we are only comparing one-story homes. Okay, so we want to choose max, one story. Perfect, 45 homes. Okay, the home we are going to be referring to is about 2,400 square feet. So depending on the amount, I like to go equal amounts above and below if possible. And, ooh, that changes things. See, this is where we find out. Wow. Okay, so let's actually go with 2,000 square feet and see what we're working with. Okay, let's go ahead and stick with that. Okay, well now we're down to 11 homes, so let's take a peek. Okay, Coldwater Springs is a unique subdivision in Avondale. It's a golf course community. And it happens to be one of the more affordable golf course communities, which is why a lot of people like it. So we were referring to a home, which was actually this one right here, 221 South 122nd. 2,400 square feet, only $116 a square foot, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, which seemed to be a good deal, which is why it jumped out at me when I was looking at another search. So I wanted to see if it was really a good deal. So as we're looking, you can see that there are currently 2 active. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pending, and then the rest are closed, which would mean that there should be 4 closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, 5 closed. Okay, so here's what we want to do. Go ahead and MLS has changed, so I'm just in the habit of highlighting them all. But it's gotten a lot easier. So then go ahead and click CMA right up here. Now we will come back and reference the actual listings, but this is the actual CMA. And if you want to be quite literal about it, according to this, it's an SMA, statistical market analysis. But the whole point is to truly compare what has gone on in that neighborhood or zip code or market, whatever it is the search you might have been doing, and compare that to either your new listing you're going to put on the market, or what is the fair offer for whatever home your clients might have found that they might want to submit an offer on. So there's several different ways to look at a CMA. The first thing we want to do is look at the active. This is your current competition. Is it a good deal or a bad deal? Are there a lot of listings? Are there only a couple listings? Where does the home you're looking at fall in line with those? Next is pending. Same thing. Is the home in question? Where should it be? Where is it? Okay, and finally closed. Where is it overall? So let's go ahead and jump into each of those kind of angles of perspective. So as we start off on the top left, you'll see that it's just the number, right? So there are two active listings. If you add up the number, the total value of both of those listings, it's $578,900. Sold, because they are active, shows 0. They haven't sold yet. Now there are only 2 homes, so this is the perfect example. $279,900, $299,000, average amount $289,450. Now sold price again hasn't happened. Sold list price hasn't happened. You have the home we are looking at, which is 2,394 square feet, and then you have the other home, which is 2,124. If you average them out, that's $2,259. Now the list price. This is where the square feet and what you're looking at don't necessarily add up to the same listing. It just so happens that our home at $299,900 our home at $279,900 is the least expensive price per square foot compared to the other active home, which is $140.77. So let's skip over these. Hasn't sold yet. Days on market 10 to 15, and cumulative 10 to 14. So pending, same thing. All 4 homes added up equals that. Average of all 4 equals $239,475. Average square feet of those 4 is 2,077. Average price per square foot of those is $115.23. Average agent days on market once they go under contract, 49 days, 49 days. And then closed. If you add up all 5 homes that sold, 1.2512, they actually sold for $1.244850. List price versus sold price. The list price was on average $250,240. The average sold price was $248,970. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting, okay? And this is, in our market right now, you're going to see, in many cases, this is going to go 1.1, 1.2. What that is the percent of the list price that it actually sold for. So in this case, on the low side, 98%. On average, though, they did sell for asking price, but it doesn't appear any of them sold for over asking price. Okay? And then average price per square feet of what sold, average square feet of what sold was 2,102 square feet. The list price per square foot is $119.02, keyword there, list price. And sold price was actually $118.42. Your average time to sold was 88 days. 88 days. And then overall, if you average everything you see here, this is what it boils down to. So I know I just went over a lot of numbers. So we're going to actually break each of these down. So let's continue with our scenario that our clients want to buy 122nd Avenue. We want to find out if the list price is a good deal or not, what is the fair price that we should do, and then while we're doing it, let's find out what the neighborhood's doing in general so we can help guide our clients properly using the right information. So in our case, we are dealing with 2,394 square feet. Okay. The average active is smaller, 2,259. The average pending is even smaller than that, 2,077. The average sold is kind of a little bit right in the middle there, 2,102. Has anything sold fitting our home? No. Our home is literally going to be the biggest home that sold in the neighborhood. Kind of neat. So how does that compare to what has sold? You'll see that the average sold price is $248,970. But that's for a 2,102 square foot home on average. So let's say we want to take this price that these people paid and compare it to our home. What's the easiest way to do that? Well, that's where the price per square foot comes in. This is the fair way to compare a 2,100 square foot home to a 2,000 square foot home to a 2,300 square foot home in the same neighborhood. Okay? This is the average price people have paid for. If you take all 5 sales, this is the average price the people paid for their home. So let's take that price and multiply that by our square feet for the house we are looking at. So $118.42 times our 2,394 square feet. Okay, so $118.42 per square foot. Our house has 2,394 square feet, so that actually comes out to a price of $283,497.48. Interesting. So based on that is the list price of $279,900. Is that a fair price on the surface? It appears so. Okay, that's not bad. Now let's find out what the average is. Okay, let's go down here and look at all of these. So we have, here's the 5 sold: active, pending, closed. Okay, here are all 5 addresses, and then you have the original list price, the price they came on the market at. This is the list price. This is the price that it was listed for when it went under contract. The sales price, SP, is actually what it sold for. And the COE is close of escrow. So we know what date it sold. So for example, the one that closed here on the 23rd appears to be the most recent sale. Okay? So let's look at here. 2084, 2084, 2068, 2136, 2136. So the 2,136 square feet are actually going to be the closest to our home because they are the closest in size. They're all about the same time built, and they're all right about the same approximate 3-4 bedrooms, 2 baths. So those two sold for $272 and $255. And I'm going to have to move this over so I can see. So these were $127.34 a square foot and $119.62 a square foot. So our list price of, what is it, $116.92 a square foot is actually a better deal than both of those people got on their home. It's a better deal than that person got too. So right on the surface, if we paid list price, we would actually be in the top 3, which would put us in the top 50% once 6 of them closed. Now look at this. Over, all 3 of these are under. This one's way over. So let's look at this. 2068, 2068. Now here's the thing. Competition, 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 competition. At that point in time, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 homes of almost the exact same square footage. Wow. Yeah, that's a tough market. Actually, basically 6. So that market was quite interesting. The other factor of this is the fact that there's only 2 active homes right now. So 5 closed, 4 pending, 2 active. That's a sign of a hopping market. If we had like 6 active and 3 pending, we knew it would be a buyer's market. We could come in and haggle. But as of right now, with everything selling basically right at or close to asking price, as you can see right here, sold price was, oh, look at that. That was $850 over list price. Asking price. Almost. That was within 2,900 of asking. That's the best deal it appears somebody got. And the best deal was approximately $4,500 under list price. That's the best deal anybody got, was $4,500, $4,400 under list price. And this person paid $100 over. Now, if we really wanted to get into it, there's a really good chance that this had concessions involved. So they really probably didn't pay full asking price. Let's check that really quick. Monroe Street. This is where we come back into the actual listings to make sure we're comparing apples to apples. We want to make sure we're getting our deal the best. Oh, look at that. I stand corrected. Normal closing cost split, but seller concessions to buyer. Yes, I called it actually. $5,756. So this person actually didn't even remotely come close to paying asking price. As a matter of fact, they might have come close to getting the best deal. And if you really wanted to, let's go in and check it out. So 2% concessions in that case. This person, no concessions on that one. And they actually paid, boom, look at that, no concessions, and they paid asking price. Let's see what this person did. Fixed, nope, and, oh, it's basically the same thing, close. All right, 45, 49, that's the $4,400 one. And fixed, nope. And, okay. So that one was about 2,900. This one was the 4,400. This one was, I believe, the only person to have paid asking. Yep. This person got 2%. Oh, no, that was the fixed. 5,700. And this person got the 2%, which would break down to about $4,400. Okay, so now let's use that information and formulate the best offer or list price for our clients. We know that the average person got anywhere from paid asking price to $2,000, $2,500 off to about $4,400 or $4,500 off total. The one person that truly paid over asking price did get about $5,000 back truly there too. So it all boils down to, what did these sellers net? So the ones that did get more, for example, let's say these people, and they're all smaller homes, so we're going to be dealing with a different baseline. We know that the average sold price of $118.42 puts our home at $283,497. Okay, so if we were going to be listing this home, we would say, hey, this is the average price per square foot for the 5 sold homes in the last 3 months in this neighborhood. So that puts our home here. Now, if their home's really, really nice, it should obviously go up. If they have a lot of upgrades, a pool, anything like that. If their home is a complete fixer-upper, it should obviously go below the average price, because that is kind of how you formulate your comps. This is average. Quality obviously deserves consideration. Lot size, any upgrades, what it backs to, golf course lot, not golf course lot. All of those things will factor in to the average. So go up or down from there within reason. We know the highest sold price was $127.34, which would be this one here. So if you want to check out what the highest sold for, here's the next highest. Does your home qualify for that one? The lowest home sold for $106.77. Where does your home compare to that? And if you really wanted to, you should probably break down those prices as well. And that will be your true window. So $106.77, I hit the wrong button there, $106.77 times $23.94, That would be 255, 607, 38. And then on the high side, 127, 34 times 2394. Okay, so if we were going to be listing this house, that would be 304,851.96. Okay, so now we are comparing apples to apples. If this house was a fixer-upper at the 106 per square foot, that would be 255. If it were the nicest home with a pool, you know, everything that I can imagine, it would be 304,851. Now, before you go over 300, how far above? Because we are already dealing with the biggest home there. So we're already going to be pushing the highs of a neighborhood right off the bat. So for somebody to look at a $300,000 house when the rest of the comps are here, that's going to be a tough sale. So unfortunately, it's better to have the smallest house in the best neighborhood than the biggest house in a decent neighborhood. Okay? Here we go. So now that we know the highs, lows, everything, this house that we are looking at on 122nd is priced at $279,900. If we really, if we wanted to, we obviously, if we were going to be placing an offer, we would have gone into this home and known the condition of it and everything right off the bat. So without, let's just basically say it's got a 3-car garage, it's a big home, let's say a must-see, huge and open single-level home, bonus for avid year-round golfers, golf course lots, very own putting green in the backyard, floor plan makes this home look much bigger. Yeah, there you go. This house seems to be pretty decent. So, just doesn't have a pool. So, on the surface, $279,900 for this home is actually a pretty decent price. These are obviously pretty motivated sellers. The home's been listed for 10 days. They're probably wanting to sell pretty quickly is what it appears. So, when we come back to the CMA, final thing being, if it was me listing it, I would have listed a little bit higher. Not knowing the seller's story, I would have tried to get them a little more, actually. If it were me putting in an offer, the $279,900 is a fair price. But I would like to try to get my clients the best deal possible. So knowing that everybody else, even though they might have paid, quote-unquote, asking price on the surface, they might have gotten some concessions. Okay? So let's say $279,900 times 0.98 would be an offer of $274,302. Okay, so if we just wanted to kind of look at it from that perspective and say, hey, we don't want to come in at asking price or pay full asking price just on principle, knowing that even if we did have to pay full price, this isn't bad, I would come in asking for concessions. And so like $5,000 in concessions, $5,400 in concessions. The 98% of ask price is $274,302. So that would actually be a great price if we can get that for them. That would be fantastic, and go from there. So that's just a generic, and then you could leave it up to your clients. If they're highly motivated, full asking price would get them the home. If there's multiple offers, you might need to come up. If there's no offers and you can talk to the buyer's agent, try to get the best absolute deal possible. Try to get the concessions. You know, find out the full story. Treat each situation accordingly. Once you know you're going to make an offer on a home, make that listing agent your best friend. Check in, make sure you find out if there's any other offers, get whatever information you can, ideally before you even go into the home the first time, so you can act accordingly. You don't want to get people hyped up and then find out after the fact there's 12 offers and you have about an hour and a half to act. That's never happy. On the flip side, if it's your listing, be reasonable. This seller's agent had a reason. And the people, I think, are motivated based on the facts that we saw. So, again, going back to the buyers, I would act accordingly. It appears you have a motivated seller. On the flip side, if it was me going up against them, I would have come in saying, I probably can get you more, but I don't know the full story. So that is the very quick CMA class. There are a lot of other perspectives and a lot of other angles that you should know about as you proceed doing your first several CMAs with your first clients. So please reach out to an experienced agent that can help you run your comps. Whether you have acreages, custom homes, manufactured homes, no other comps. You're having to go outside the neighborhood. There are no other homes. This is a really old home that's remodeled. There's a lot of custom factors that might need to be factored in. High-end homes too. So reach out to any of our agents, the other agents, or I. We're all here to work together and help each other succeed. Go out there and get them, guys. Have a great day.